What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Isha. I'm a motorcyclist and a content creator, and this weekend I'm taking my bike to Buttonwillow Raceway. I have done a whole bunch of track days on my R3, but this is going to be my first time doing a track day on this big girl bike, and I'm so excited because I know that there's going to be so much to learn, and it's going to be a really awesome experience. I have a few lead follow sessions planned so that I can learn the lines on a 600cc and compare it to a 300cc bike. And I'm also doing a 2-up session with my coach so that I can feel the braking points and feel what it's like to accelerate out of corners with a lot more power and also a lot more weight. I'm also planning to make a Q&A video, so if there's anything that you want to know about track, like how much it costs, getting there, how to get into it, and if any other questions come up throughout this video, drop them in the comment section and I'll try my best to get to them in the Q&A. This is also a 2-day track weekend, so expect this video to be 2 parts. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on part 2. By the way, this is editing Isha from the future. I think this video might just end up being 1 part, so good for you. You don't have to wait for part 2. I'm about to head out to go pick up the truck, load up the bikes, and then we head down to Buttonwillow, spend 2 days at the track, and I'm so excited. Let's go!
Brother got me a new Guardian bell for this bike, and it's got little elephants on it. It's like the cutest little thing ever.
Since I bring my street bike to the track, the first thing I do is tape over my lights and my mirrors. Basically, anything on the bike that can break into a bunch of little pieces if I were to go down. People always make fun of me for how much time I spend doing this, but I'm telling you, it looks so good in the pictures. It's so worth it. Once that is all set, we go to registration. I basically will just sign my life away, and then I get this card to go over to tech inspection. They'll check out my bike, make sure everything is nice and safe for me to go out on the track. Every track day will also have a riders meeting where they'll go over what the flags mean or different rules for different groups, and they'll even give you an overview of the configuration and what to expect. I always stretch a bit after the riders meeting and before putting on my suit. I really try to open up and stretch out my hips because being crunched up in that riding position all day, it will hurt after some time. And then begins the process of getting suited and booted, which basically, this is the second hardest part of the day. I think the first hardest part is just getting to the track. But putting on my suit, that is a whole entire workout in itself. It absolutely winded me before I even got out on the track. But anyway, once you hear the call for your group, it is go time. this bike is still like so new to me.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like learning the bike first.
Right.
It was good. It was slow, but it was good. If I'm being totally honest, day one on this new bike was kind of rough. I felt like I was having such a hard time moving the bike around. I felt so slow in the corners, and it was definitely a little bit discouraging. I know that it's gonna take more than just like 1 or 2 track days to get comfortable with a 600cc bike, but it honestly just sucks in the moment when things aren't going the way that you expect them to go. It is day 2. I am about to go to my registration and then rider's meeting and then tech inspection, which should go just super easy because I'm already tech from yesterday. And then we're doing the opposite direction of riding this time, so that's gonna be a trip up from yesterday, but I've done this configuration a whole bunch of times before, so I feel like I'll be more comfortable with it on this new bike. She's a good little track dog.
It's such a good one. It flows so nice.
It's so much better. I braked hella hard going into Mazda.
And you guys...
I like lost all traction. I was so scared for a second.
In the rear.
Huh?
The
Yeah.
rear?
My rear was like wiggly.
It'll settle itself. Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
But I got...
It's just letting you know it's lifting off the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, your rear tire's not on the ground.
Yeah.
And then it comes back, it's like, and then you lean it, and you just keep riding, and the thing is beautiful.
I took that one super slow that time after the wiggles. One of my favorite things about riding at the track is that you have access to all these really smart and knowledgeable coaches that you can ask your dumb questions to. On my R3 in Riverside, I'm in like 5th gear. I'm not even getting close to 5th gear on this. Is that normal or am I fucking up?
That's normal.
Oh my god!
That's normal.
Like, I don't have to shift so much.
Yeah. Is this stock gearing too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. It's normal.
Okay. If you're lucky enough to find a coach that you trust with your entire life,
all aboard.
You can even go 2-up with them on the track, and they'll show you exactly what lines you should take, exactly where the braking points are, and they'll even be passing people with a passenger as if it's like not even that hard. It is a really cool experience, but also kind of scary because you have no control over the bike. But every single time, I always have something or the other that I take away from it, and I can apply it to my next sessions. Oh my god.
You okay?
Yeah. How are you not deaf? This thing is so loud.
It's pretty loud.
Did you see Joseph dancing? He was off, he's upright, but he was off the track. He was like off his bike and he was like...
Oh, I couldn't see him.
How'd I do?
Good. It looks good. Your entrance into that, and then like you gave it the beans out of there. I saw you. You're moving. The acceleration was good out of there. Like I saw you because Glenn was behind you, and I saw you coming to the turn. And like you didn't slow down that much for that one either.
Oh, really?
Which is good. Yeah, I was watching other people, and some people really park it. You like kept your momentum.
I park it usually.
Yeah, you were doing good that time. And then I watched you give it again when he came out. I was like, "There's actually the acceleration."
Because Glenn said go literally pin it, like full throttle. I still don't feel like I get there all the way.
You turn your brakes.
I know. I'm like, ugh.
You got to. If the bike's straight up and down, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. Except when it's time to brake.
Well, you can always let go of the throttle early.
Yeah, he was like full throttle out of sunset, and then just let off the throttle at like that first where the marshal's at.
And then you can coast and then brake into sunrise.
Okay, then. Okay, so it's been about a week since the track, and I wanted to take that time to kind of gather my final thoughts on jumping from an R3 to a ZX6R. And I would be lying to you if I sat here and was like, oh my God, it was so amazing. I went so fast and it was super cool. But I feel like I got off of like every other session missing my R3, missing my little bike. And I know that part of it is probably because I'm just way more comfortable on my R3. I've ridden that thing for like 35,000 miles. I did a whole bunch of track days on it. So like I felt like a unit with my R3. But this thing is just, it's still so new to me. It's so foreign to me. It has a lot more power and it's a little bit scary to me too. So I feel like in my experience, the learning curve has just been like really steep. And I mean, the only way you can do anything about that is seat time, ride more track time. So that's definitely something I want to prioritize a little bit more going forward. I really want to get good at this. When you start something new, there's like that period of just like gains, right? Like you're totally fresh to it. Everything you learn is new to you. You pick up on it. And then there's that point where you hit a plateau, and that's kind of where I feel like I'm at with my riding right now. I feel like I kept making the same kinds of little mistakes or certain things that I was afraid of, like going really fast and then braking really hard. Those were challenging for me, and it was hard to get myself out of that like mindset to overcome it. I know it's going to take just like a little bit more time and getting used to and training and education and all of that. So I don't know. It was a good time. It wasn't my favorite track days, but it was a good time. But anyways, if you want to see how I progress with this thing and if I'm able to get any more comfortable on it, don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe. Give me your advice in the comments. Like anyone else who's jumped from like a 300 to a 600cc bike, it's definitely different. And any tips, any advice, any stories, I would love to hear it.